Well, hello, my crochet friends. Today is Tuesday, February 27th. It's been all about squares for me. I need to go back to my project pile and take the blankets out and decide if I'm going to finish them or frog them or throw them away, depending on how long they've been sitting there, right? And I know a lot of people are like, don't throw it away, don't throw it away. Well, some projects you just don't have the time and the energy or the heart for it anymore. So it's okay to do whatever I want to with my projects, but I need to get back to my project pile. But I am so obsessed with making squares right now. It's all I want to do. See my bookshelf? I took all my books off of my bookshelf. They're all on the floor because I have to sort through them and organize them, and because I wanted to shift my shelves down a little bit and rearrange the physical shelves themselves. So all I did was and my bookshelves are so dusty that my sinuses are killing me today, but all my books are on the floor. Okay, do you want to see them? It is an absolute mess in here. That's one bookcase. And right down here in front of the couch, the other bookcase. And the other bookcase. It is an absolute mess. There's a little pathway going through the books. And what I'm doing is I'm picking them up and I'm either reading the synopsis on the back or that front cover, and then reading the first chapter. And if it's something that I'm still interested in, I put it on the shelf that says stay. And then if I no longer have any interest in reading it, even though I bought it and I don't feel it anymore, I have it on the shelf to go. Now some of them I'll donate and some of them I will sell. I have a Pango bookshop. So my shelves are practically empty of books, so I took the time to put all my squares on the shelf. I know it's a little dark because, dark bookcases. So these are the squares that I made. Hold on. Let's take you off the tripod. This is a horrible angle. Hold on. There we go. All right. So these two stacks of squares are the ones I made in 2022. And so I counted them up. I have 95. And then these are the ones I started just a couple weeks ago with you guys. There are 18 in this pile, 12 in this pile. And these are the patchwork squares. Then I have a stack of granny squares there's 16 in that pile. And then a stack of corner to corner squares. And there's 4 in that pile. All right. So all these squares I've done in my recent videos, so you know what they all look like. Okay. So this shelf here is what I've been working on since the last time I gave you an update on squares. So I want to go through this with you today so I can take them and sort them into the appropriate piles. Are they patchwork squares? Are they granny squares? Or are they corner to corner squares? So this is what we're going to do today. And this is my stack of books that I read in January. And then, oh yeah, I've got some more down here. And notes. And my camera charger, my battery charger. But see, I emptied my shelves. And this is the to-go pile. That's the stay pile. So thankfully my to-go pile is bigger than my keep and stay pile. So for me today, for Tuesday, it's just the kind of day where I just want to sit around on the couch and crochet all day and have videos on in the background. So I need some channel recommendations. If you guys have YouTube channels that you like to have on the background while you're crocheting, because they're quiet and they're relaxing and whatever videos you guys watch, let me know down in the comments below, because I could use some nice relaxing videos while I'm crocheting. So just let me know. Let's see, let's go with whatever's sitting on top here. All right, so I got a stack of squares. And the color I used was from Red Heart Super Saver, and the color is Macaw. It's a bunch of shades of blue. And it's a 5-ounce skein. Yeah, 5 ounces, 141 grams, 236 yards, and 215 meters. I so far have done 2 patchwork squares. 1 and 2, right? I did 2 granny squares. My granny squares are 3 rounds of granny, and the 4th round is a single crochet. There's 2 granny squares. and I did 2 corner to corner squares. All right, so for my patchwork squares hook size, I'm using an F, which is a 3.75 millimeter. Okay, so, all right, I'm gonna put that up there so it can be put into its appropriate pile. My granny squares and my corner to corner squares, I went up a hook size. I'm using a G, and the G, depending on the manufacturer, can be a 4 millimeter, a 4.25 millimeter, and a 4.5 millimeter. I've seen the G over the years have 3 different millimeter sizes to them, okay? But that's what I'm doing. My granny squares and my corner to corner squares are with the G. So you can go into a pile, and then I will redo my numbers and figure out how many squares I have. So questions. I am not putting the patchwork squares, the granny squares, and the corner to corner squares in the same blanket. They are going to be 3 separate blankets because my granny squares are roughly 4 to 4.5 inches, and my corner to corner squares I think are, or is it the other way around? One is 4.5 and one is 4. So they're bigger than my patchwork squares. And so I like when a blanket is made with granny squares, I like them to all be traditional granny squares, and corner to corner squares, I want them all to be corner. But I have a plan for them, okay? But that'll be in a couple months from now. So that is 6 squares that I have done in the last week or so. Next color I've got is still Red Heart Super Saver. It's the color Reef. So it's got some browns and greens and blues that kind of look like tropical waters. Right? Again, I made 2 patchwork squares, and you see how these colors worked up so different? So it's the same skein of yarn. See how that worked up in the square side by side? So 2 patchwork squares. You did 2 traditional granny squares. And even them, they came out so different with the color placement. And then 2 corner to corner squares. My corner to corner squares. I got to row 6 that has 6 blocks across, and then I did decrease. So there's after row number 6, I decreased to 5. So go up to number 6, and then after that decrease. Will I do a tutorial on these? Yes, at some point. Just I haven't had the energy to do a tutorial video because they take a lot. So you see, with these 2 skeins of yarn, I have so much left over that I can make so many more squares out of this. But I'll do a few more, and then I'll wind these up into balls of yarn to stick in a box. Which I had to tell you about that box, right? All right, so this is one of the colors I got from my mom. It's the Hobby Lobby Yarn Bee Soft Secret. I'm loving this color. What do they call it? Sea Breeze. I had to get my hands on this. And I've already made a handful of squares, and I love them. I love them, love them, love them. And so far for this one, all I did was just make patchwork squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I made 5. Just sat down, made 5 in a row until I had to get up and go do something else. Like chores or food or picking up a kid somewhere. So just 5 out of that. I don't know if I'm going to be making granny squares or corner to corner squares out of it. I'm not sure, but I love this color. It was so much fun to work with. All right, they go up there in that pile. Okay. The next color I was working with is Red Heart Super Saver. It is Lagoon, and this is all I have left because I did break up the skein of yarn and put some in the box that I gave away and in the box that I was selling. I do have so far 1 patchwork square, but I ran out of yarn. I was using a little ball of leftovers, okay? How did I have leftovers? I don't know. From when I'm not sure. Probably when I wound it all up, I wound up with just a little bit of leftovers, and I used that to make a square. So far, I made one traditional granny square, and I made 2 corner-to-corner squares. So I will have to take this ball of yarn and add it to this so I can finish a square. I only need, what is that, row 8 or 9? 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's in the middle of row 8. So I think I'm going to, when I'm done filming this, I'm going to go sit down and finish this, okay? So congratulations to the winner of the box of yarn that I gave away, Laverne. Your box is being delivered today. It's out for delivery. I hope you have a lot of fun with it. Melonberry. I don't have the skein with me. It's in the cabinet. But I did make some patchwork squares and some granny squares, and I already showed them to you. And then I went and made corner to corner squares with the Melonberry from Red Heart Super Saver. And I am so sorry, but they discontinued this color. Your best chance of finding it is to go look on eBay, and I have been looking to see if I can find it, but so far nobody's selling it. But I will keep checking back. Thankfully with eBay you can save your search, and if anybody ever does list it, they'll notify you. So this Melonberry is awesome. I have about like half a skein left. I did put some in the boxes that I gave away and sold, which the box that I was selling, I listed it yesterday on Monday, and about 2 minutes after I listed it, it had already sold. So that box is gone now. I mailed that out too, but I'll be putting together another box. But this Melonberry, oh, it's an awesome color. I love it. Well, now, did you go into the wrong pile? Nope, you're in the right pile. Okay. So, what else do I have? I do have a whole bunch of patchwork squares with the Premier Eversoft that I have that was knit worldwide for kids or something, and it's been discontinued. Now, Premier still makes Eversoft, and they still do it in variegated colors, but the colors I have are discontinued, and it's been years and years and years and years. So I made a whole bunch of those. I used the little balls of yarn or the skeins, whatever I had left, and I used it until there was nothing left. So I think they called this one Stone Path. I got four patchwork squares out of this. Okay. And I think I had just a little bit left over. Did I? Yes, this is what I have left over. And that's not enough to get another square out of it. Maybe like half a square, but that's it. I have a baggie where I put all these little itty bitty balls of yarn. Ooh, let's go like that. I do put these in a baggie to save them to use them. This color is called Spice Road, I think it was. It's not one of my favorite colors. I find the pinks going into this, it's a really dark shade of pink that's almost red. I'm not a big fan of the color, but it's patchwork. That's the whole point. You're using up leftovers as patches to do a thing. So there's 4 of those. And did I have any left over? No, I think I got lucky with that one. Or unless there's a skein still in my cabinet. I don't know. This video is so unplanned today. This color, I don't even know what they called this one. But I got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of like the Spice Road, but lighter in color. And this is purple that they've got going on in here. I think these darker spots are purple. So I got 5 of those. And this is what I have left. I don't think it's enough to make another square. I just haven't rolled it up yet. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of this green color with the browns and the oranges in there. I do, and the blues. I like this because orange is one of my favorite colors. I like the way this one came out, I think. And I only have this much left over. So this one is a really good color. I like this. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of this gray color. It is a dark gray, medium gray, light gray with spots of red. I do like the way these came out though. So there's 6 of those and that much left over. And then for my other piles that I had already shown you in that last video, this was leftover, this was a leftover, this one, oh, and then I've got this. It's like just this little bit of yarn. I did save that one too. All right, and then my last stack here. This is Karen Simply Soft. It's not true variegated. It is long color change orange. So it goes from the darker orange into lighter oranges, but I still used it to make up patchwork squares because see how this square is mostly the light orange with a little bit of the dark at the top. And this is dark with that little striping of the lighter color there, but I ran out, but I do have a second little ball of it to finish this one off. So how many squares is that I've done in the last week or so? Oh, wait, one more. One more. Oh, do y'all see Arlo? Hold on. There he is. Look at him watching us. And he closes his eyes to go to sleep. I love this cat so much. He's so much fun and he's so cute. Just today and yesterday I was working with this Red Heart Classic in the color Berries. It's the one with the really dark shades of pink, light pink, and the white. I love this so much. So I just finished it up this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 patchwork squares out of it and I love the way it worked up. So pretty. Right? That I went to eBay yesterday to see if anybody's got any because I gave a skein of it in my giveaway box. I put a skein of it in my to sell box and I had a skein, but I need more. I absolutely need more. I mean, I found this at my Goodwill, but I need so much more. So I did find somebody who's selling one skein of it for like $4 and $4 to ship it, and I just might buy it. So I got 5 patchwork squares out of it. Oh, sorry, I'm shedding so bad. I'm like cat. I got 2 traditional granny squares. I love the way the berry worked up in the granny squares. I really do. Ah, that's so pretty. I know the granny square kind of gets, the pattern of the granny square gets lost in this color, but that's okay. When I'm looking at it, I can see the granny square. The camera just does not pick it up very well. And then when I edge it, because I'm going to edge it in black, when I go to put them all together, it's really going to pop out there. And then I got 2 corner to corner squares out of it. Yeah, look how gorgeous they are. I had so much fun with this and I only have this much left. I'm gonna buy some more. All right, stick that in that pile. That goes in that pile. Oh, that pile's getting ready to fall over. Okay. Okay, all right, so let's see. This means I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more corner to corner squares. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more traditional granny squares. And then this stack of patchwork squares. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Right? 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Wow, 41 more patchwork squares. It's nice. There, now you can see Arlo. So I am going to be just sitting and crocheting today. I need a break from everyday life between cars that break down and plumbing issues in the house. Just, you know, every now and then you just need a break from everyday life. So if you need me, I will be on the couch. I will be crocheting. I'm going to grab the next random skein of yarn I have and work with a completely different color than what I've got going on here. Okay. And I'm going to make plans on putting another box of yarn together so I can sell it. Let's see, was there anything else? Yeah, maybe I'm going to dig into my mom's stash of variegated yarn that she sent over for me. Yeah. This is a bowl from the kitchen, right? Storage bowl. It's not Tupperware. Tupperware is a brand name. It doesn't mean all plastic. It's a brand name. So I get frustrated when I'm sitting on the couch and my scissors will slide down the cushion and I go to put my hook down and my hook will roll away. Grab a bowl from your kitchen and stick your scissors and your hooks in the bowl, and then any of the yarn that I cut off so the cats won't steal it, I just stick it in the bowl. This way it doesn't roll away. And then when I need to, I just take it to the trash and dump out the little yarn tails that I snipped off. And when I'm done with the scissors and the hook, I can put them back in the case. But this sits on the couch with me. I know it's silly, but it works. Okay, so that's it. Go make some squares. It is a little hard to go yarn shopping for yarn, even though it's something that you know that you absolutely love and that you will use it. You have a plan for it. But when you're still in the process of uncluttering your house, decluttering your house, and letting go of stuff, sometimes it's hard to shop for more. So as much as I want that yarn that I found at eBay, there is a good possibility I won't buy it. I might let it go because I have my squares and I love this color. Maybe I don't need any more. I don't know. I still struggle with buying things and bringing things into the house because if I'm not going to use it right away, I don't want it to sit around and just collect dust. So I am still struggling with that. And I am struggling with getting back to working on my project pile. My project pile is still big. It still has a lot of blankets in it. I probably still have another 30 or 40 that I need to go through because as you can see, I'm a blanket maker. It's what I do all the time. So even though I sit here and I smile and I feel good doing the videos, but sometimes behind the scenes I don't feel so good because I don't feel like I'm getting enough done, and I know that I'm too hard on myself. I know that. And that's still something that I'm working on. And then with all my books in the living room on the floor, and I'm like, what did I do to myself? But I had to, because I have books on my shelf that I am not going to read because I no longer have any interest. So why are they sitting there and why are they collecting dust? And why are they taking away from the books that I do want to read? So yarn kind of falls into the same category as books. And there's two things I have a really hard time letting go of: books and yarn. Yeah, so, all right, so that's it for today. I just wanted to show you guys how many squares I've been working on. And I'm sorry, I keep playing with the cord to my microphone, and when I do, it makes a staticky noise. I'm so sorry. I won't touch it. We'll put my hands right here, so I'll stop playing with the cord. So I will catch up with you guys in a couple of days when hopefully my obsession with the squares will ease off a little bit so I can grab. Do you see that? Even my camera's telling me I need to be done. It said I exceeded my recording limit. What does that mean? It means I sat here and I talked too long. All right, guys. I will catch you later. Bye.